Hello everyone, this is your CA Mukesh. Today we are going to discuss about one very big issue that is going on in India today, and that is JIO Finance is now launching its ITR filing app at a meager cost of just 24 rupees. Will this really affect the career of a chartered accountant? And what sort of impact that this will cause? And whether there is a data protection to our information that we give to JIO app, or JIO here represents the JIO Finance whenever I say, not the FiberNet or telecommunication app. So with regard to this, there are so many questions for everyone. So let me try to decode what really JIO Financial Services wanted to give, and make you aware of what are the circumstances and what could be there in their mind in having these services into their portfolio of JIO Financial Services. Let's try to understand. Point number one. With regard to the JIO Finance, you can see on the screen there, it is charging a meager 24 rupees for filing an income tax return. Okay. So point number one, I will be putting this into three segments. Number one, what the information actually is. Second one, will it really affect the career of a chartered accountant? And third one is about our data protection. Okay. Let's go into this. Point number one. See, how much JIO Finance is charging on self-filing ITR? It is also a self-filing ITR only. Now, for filing of return of income, for filing the return of income in the today's situation, what we have to do, there are so many softwares or apps that are available, or there is a platform or an interface like a Computax is there, or there is a Winman filing, whatever the person uses. So there is according to your use case, there are so many things through the application we can file it. Or income tax website, you can directly go and file your return of income. That process is also there. So I'm not going into the technicalities of filing the return of income, but there are various procedures now followed. Generally, a chartered accountant or any tax consultant or any person who is having his business into this profession into this taxation, generally they will charge somewhere around 1000 rupees or something like that for filing one return of income. Now there is a huge shift. JIO Finance is offering an app wherein you need to upload your form 16. All the details will be auto filled there, and just on a click you will be filing your return of income. This is what JIO Finance is promising their users now. Once the information is out, I will come with another video wherein I can clearly tell you what JIO Finance wanted to do. So what is the thing that is happening here? So JIO Finance is targeting on all these small people whose income stream is somewhere in the range of 12 lakhs to 20 lakhs, who is not ready to pay that 1000 rupees or 2000 for a chartered accountant or to any tax professional to file the return of income. For those, this is a boon really. So 24 rupees they can file a return of income, but this is a self-filing app. Okay, this is a self-filing app, means there is no assistance of any chartered accountant. This is a self-filing app, number one. Number two, so since it is a self-filing app, no complexities involved. Upload your form 16, it will ask some basic details, that's it. Your form will be uploaded, your refund status or anything should be tracked immediately. This is one part. Second, is this feature for tax filing by JIO Finance at 24 ideal for every taxpayer? That's another question I need to answer. See, is it really suggested for everyone? No. As this document already said, this is only for either for nil return batch or for those who are under ITR 1 category. Just upload your form 16, get your return filed immediately. For them, this will be an ideal task. For business one, or when you have capital gains or share market transaction, it is not at all suggestible, because it will definitely invite income tax authorities at your premises. So take care. It is not suggested for. I think once the app comes out, 1000% I am sure that in that there will not be complicated ITRs, only ITR 1 and some simple ITRs only will be there, where assistance of chartered accountant is not required, and the department will not keep it eye on them. Those kind of salary returns, etc., that only they will release. That's point number two. Number three, does JIO Finance get complete access to all your financial data? For this I have to show you one act. See, Digital Personal Data Protection Act 2023. This is an act which is passed in the year 2023, which is called as a DPDP Act, Digital Personal Data Protection Act 2023. Under this particular act, you must whenever an app collects our data, it must be ensuring that they are following these particular guidelines. As of now, JIO did not give any confirmation about whether they are following these guidelines or not. But one thing is very clear: my PAN number, my details, my income stream, where I am working, where I am not working, my insurance policies, every single data will be in the hands of JIO Financial Services, which they may use it for good purposes, or it can also be for a malified purpose. Anything can happen, because no one can give assurance once the data passes on to the hands of a private person. This is very, very important. Data protection is the main concern, because we are putting all our data, every detail into the hands of another private party. Understood? That's entirely at your discretion whether to take a one chartered accountant. There may be a debate now, or people may put a comment in the comments box also. Sir, if I give to a chartered accountant, anyway he will be knowing. Yes, your question is right, but answer is much more important. A chartered accountant is meant to file income tax returns. Clear? But a private organization is not meant to file income tax returns. A chartered accountant is guided by the principles of Code of Conduct of the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India. We are not here to misuse your data, but a financial service company has no business to secure your data. They can misuse, they can do anything with your data. I am not telling that they will misuse, but there is a chance. Okay? Chartered accountant, show me one chartered accountant who is misusing the data of their clients. They will not. Our business or our profession is not to misuse the client data. Our intention was to good money earning out of the profession called as CA. It is not to sell the data of the clients. Keep it in mind. Never compare a chartered accountant with any private professional services providing plan. Chartered accountant is a noble profession it is. So it is not meant to steal the data of the clients. A very, very important thing. Please keep in mind. So next. So this is another one. How much the JIO Finance is charging for expert assisted tax filing? It is charging somewhere up to 999 rupees. Maybe they will charge some GST on that, may come to around 1100 something like that, but still it is 999 rupees. They will give a tax, the professional assisted tax filing. But whether that professional is a CA or CMA or CS or any tax consultant or any normal person, we don't know, because it is a app driven filing. The person who is taking your data, there is no confirmation that he is a CA. Even though the catalog is showing that he is a CA, there is no guarantee. In normal return filing on face-to-face basis, you will meet your CA, you will talk with him, you will file your return. There is a lot of difference again, my dear friends. And final one, can we track our income tax refund? Refund status is very easy. That they will give. Definitely they will give. Okay. So second thing, will chartered accountant profession gets affected because of this particular transaction done by JIO Finance? Is really CA profession is at risk? 1% also profession will not get affected. Point number one, not even 1%, because in the today's scenario, chartered accountants earning stream in practice is multifolded. If you do these kind of practices for 24 rupee return filing, 2 rupees ki income tax filing, if you do, nothing will happen. Those who file will find problems and again come back to CA. Number two, in that way, they will charge 3,000 this time. Listen to me. You will file a return of income, some problem will come. To tackle that problem, you have to come to CA. At that time, their services will cost a premium. Okay? That's number one. So, all the clients who are listening to my video now, please keep it in mind. Yes, you can go with app-driven filing process. No doubt about it, and no one will stop. But the problem is, if something happens, who will take care? If for example, you filed a wrong return of income, wrong filing has been done, who will save you? That app will now charge for CA assisted services. They will charge somewhere around 1,000 rupees now. You will file a return of income. Okay, something wrong happens in that filing. Now you wanted to rectify that. Now you will apply for expert assisted tax filing. or for rectification of your return filed. Who will come to your rescue now? They will charge 1,000. Are 1,000 if you pay, CA will do normally, na? And you can have a face-to-face interaction. So this is one concern that I wanted to put before. Here, I'm not talking anything favorable to CA. Definitely, I will talk in favor to chartered accountants. And in that 1,000%, no doubt. Okay? 100,000%, 1,00,000%. I always favor my profession. That is one point. But the fact is always a fact. If something happens in return filing, how the grievance redressal will be made when there is no face-to-face interaction with the chartered accountant? Point number one. Okay? Next, like a railway ticket, you can't just call a help desk and tell your income information to any person. It is not that good for you, that good for anyone also. So that's number one. And next, after that, will CA profession is at really risk? 1% also it will not damage, because I don't think that chartered accountants are dependent on ITR 1 filing. And moreover, return filing is a revenue earning for CA, but that is not the livelihood. That is a livelihood for small tax practitioners. Definitely they will get affected. Undoubtedly they will get affected. Okay. But for CA as a profession, never you can do anything, because it's a multi-folded professional services. Audit is there, internal audit is there, stock audit is there. For that, apps cannot work, na? Okay. Previously, bank audits ki one criteria, now reduced. So now the practicing chartered accountants are venturing or evolving into a new zone of practice. This return filing of ITRs will not affect your profession, my dear practicing CAs. Come, FEMA practice you see, IBC practice you see, NCLT practice you see, tribunal access you see, how much chartered accountants are earning. So no worry, nothing can destroy the profession called as CA. This is formed by an act of parliament. After all, those are all companies incorporated under an act which is passed by parliament. We are direct professionals governed by an act of parliament. Why fear for a chartered accountant? Yeah, chartered accountant should never feel fear about losing any opportunity. Are you understanding or not? You should venture into new things. If something is lost, you should take it as a challenge. Sorry, just for understanding sake, I will tell you. Law was removed for CA final. Yes, there is definitely a person who take law to heart at CA final level. If law is gone, definitely that pain will be there. But immediately we will take an alternative step, na? Where there is a fall in revenue, where there is a fall in our professional service. Never. Chartered accountant is always an Everest. Nothing will happen to you because of these kind of services that the JIO services has given. I welcome JIO services to do this, but also provide alternative something happens. That's a welcoming move. Clear? Means a chartered accountant should always hedge. What you have to do? If you feel that return filing for 24 rupees is destroying your business, expert assisted tax service JIO is giving, na? Become that expert. What's wrong? Enroll with JIO, go there, ask the procedure how to go into expert service, give there. If you lose income here, you will get income there. That's how hedging has to be done. If really you feel that your only source of income is return filing, do that practice. That's very good, na? Number 3, data protection. As already I said, data protection is unguaranteed as of now. Okay? Even if data protection they say something in an app, what you will do? Accept, 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 accept. We don't even read terms and conditions properly. What data they are collecting, what data they are not collecting, we don't know. Data protection is always something like a kite in the sky. Okay? It may fly properly, it may cut and it may go away. So nothing, we can't give any kind of guarantee on that. So in a nutshell, if I have to tell, welcome JIO Financial Services, chartered accountants, compete with it, provide better services than them. Okay? People will come only to a chartered accountant if really a best service is given. It's not about the 24 rupees. Okay? Let them go. But if something happens, you should give an assurance that yes, we are there. Even if some problem came there, we are there to file your return of income. Let's give that assurance to the public, being in a respectable position as a chartered accountant. And time and again, the conclusion is very simple. Nothing can destroy CA profession. Okay? No worry, nothing will happen. This profession will long live. Okay? Thank you very much. Your Kaushik Mukesh.